St. Patrick's Day around the world. Have you ever celebrated St. Patrick's Day by wearing green, going to a parade, eating corned beef, or going to church? In the United States, those are some of the traditional ways to celebrate this holiday. Like many holidays, St. Patrick's Day began as a religious holiday, but it transformed over time into a day of celebration for everyone. It is named after Saint Patrick, a legendary priest who worked as a missionary in Ireland. Perhaps you've even heard the myth about Saint Patrick driving all of the snakes out of Ireland. So St. Patrick's Day is the 17th of March. We were not in school on St. Patrick's Day. It was just last Tuesday. But in America, most people wear green and they celebrate. There's usually big parades everywhere. Okay. All right. Paragraph 2. St. Patrick's Day isn't only celebrated in the United States, but also in countries around the world. Check out these fascinating traditions. So we are obviously not the only people that celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's celebrated around the world, similar to the article that we read about Chinese New Year in January. Paragraph 3. Ireland. St. Patrick's Day originally came from Ireland. It is observed as an official national holiday there. Banks, government facilities, and most businesses shut down for the whole day. There are large parades, people dress in traditional Irish clothing, and families eat feasts together. You will also notice that shamrocks decorate just about everything. This is because when St. Patrick was a priest, he used the three-leaf shamrock to explain the concept of the Holy Trinity to people who were interested in joining his religion. Just a FYI, this word shamrock, this is what a shamrock looks like, okay? So if you go to church, the Holy Trinity, right, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost is the Holy Trinity, and they were saying that the shamrock is like the Holy Trinity because there are 3 points on it, okay? In Great Britain is right next to Ireland, and people there generally celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the traditional way. But they also have a few of their own traditions. For example, at an event called the Cheltenham Festival, many people watch horse races on St. Patrick's Day. Paragraph 5. Russia. Russia was part of the Soviet Union for most of the 20th century. The Soviet Union was a repressive, authoritative country and did not allow people to practice their religion freely. Since St. Patrick's Day is a religious holiday, people in the Soviet Union never got to celebrate it. But when the Soviet Union officially ended in 1991 and Russia regained its independence, Russians were finally free to celebrate St. Patrick's Day as they saw fit. The first ever St. Patrick's Day parade in Russia was held in 1992. That's not long ago. I was born in 1991, so I was when this happened. But because it was a dictatorship, people were not allowed to practice whatever religion, right? So if they were Jewish or Catholic or Christian, didn't matter. They couldn't celebrate it. But in 1991, the Soviet Union fell and Russia became a independent country. Okay, so the first parade was in 1992. South Korea. Paragraph number 6. Can you believe that people celebrate St. Patrick's Day even as far as South Korea? South Korea held its first St. Patrick's Day in 1976. Like elsewhere, Koreans celebrate by wearing green. As a fun twist on on things, though, popular South Korean bands like to play their own versions of traditional Irish songs. Similarly, the food on St. Patrick's Day is a blend of Korean and Irish dishes.